Hello everyone, the video you're about to watch is actually a completely unscripted podcast-like video, which we freestyled over Discord due to the coronavirus. It's a little different from our regular uploads, but you can rest assured that after the pandemic, everything will go back to normal. The video you're about to watch is one that I came up with myself, without even telling the other two that we were going to record it. So their reactions in this video are their genuine, original reactions to hearing these castings. If you do enjoy, please tell us down below and remember to leave a like. Cheers! One thing we take great enjoyment in is ripping apart bad fan casts. There's nothing more amusing than taking someone's idea and just ripping it to shreds because you don't like it. It's a good pastime, it's healthy.
One of the most enjoyable things to do.
It is. And the best thing about it is that these people genuinely think this could happen or it could work, and most of the time they're just bad. Like, they are really bad.
Yeah, there are so many terrible ones that people just won't discard for better ones.
And it makes it even worse when it's like a sacred character like Spidey or Wolverine, like someone really, really iconic. But what makes it even funnier is when this iconic character is casted badly, but not as a fan cast, as an actual cast by the studio who are making the film. Some people behind the scenes of films come up with some shocking ideas and have actors that could really destroy a character and its reputation. In today's video, we're going to be counting down 17 Superman castings that were almost real castings and that are really, really bad. Alright, just straight up terrible. Like Superman, probably the most recognisable hero ever alongside Batman.
Yeah,
he is iconic for people of all ages, and they struck gold with Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah.
He is perfect, and I wish he was going to play the part forever. Not all of these are bad, but they're not very good. That's one thing you need to be warned about.
Right.
The first one that I've got on the list is one that is extremely shocking to me. Clint Eastwood was approached for the role. He turned it down because he said he was busy, but he probably knew it'd be terrible deep down.
What era was this?
This was the early Superman films. He's an amazing actor and he really suits the roles he's played, but imagine his voice as Superman. Like, imagine how he carries himself as Superman. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think ridiculous idea.
Yeah, I do think that is awful. As you said, it doesn't suit him at all. I don't know, I can't see him in that role.
Got like kind of swagger, like cowboy swagger. I've never seen him, actually play a role like Superman's.
Clint Eastwood is very, very gritty, isn't he? He's like proper.
Yeah.
He's like proper hardcore, and he's like a killer as well. You can, when you look at him, you're like, oh, this guy kills people. But Superman, he just doesn't carry himself like that at all.
And Clint Eastwood is very, like, recognisable. And obviously, he's got, like, a massive fan base. So it's hard to picture him in that.
His fan base would not have appreciated this, I don't think. Imagine being a fan of Western films and you're like, man, look at those undies, bloody hell. Maybe they went for him because he was a big name. And another big name that they were going to choose, which is pretty bad as well, Sylvester Stallone. This one's a bit more understandable because he's a massive name, he's hench. And you might be thinking, he could have been good, But they didn't go through with it.
I'm not thinking that.
Well, that's good then, isn't it? But they didn't go through with it because they considered him too Italian. Right? They were like, this guy's too Italian. He's not going to play Superman, who's not even from Earth. No, that's not happening.
Fuck off.
I mean, another one which is very similar to the Stallone casting is Arnold Schwarzenegger really, really wanted this part. They didn't consider him for the part. He campaigned for it really, really hard, and he really wanted this part. And Arnie, maybe, is the best on this list, okay? That's how bad this list is. But Arnie and Stallone, they've competed with each other for a long time, so maybe Arnie wanted the role so he could take it from Stallone, but Stallone was too Italian and no one cared about Arnie, apparently, so, which is definitely a good thing.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Another person that they wanted as Superman is Muhammad Ali, which is just very random. It's like they saw someone with muscles and was like, you know what, let's have him. get him in the suit, get him on set, I'm sure he can act somehow. That's one of the most random on this list. It's like they've just sort of thought, let's just go for him. It takes them ages to cast Superman. I don't know why they just thought, yeah, let's have Muhammad Ali, he'll do it.
They were just looking at a list of actors and were just like, fuck it, whoever, I don't care.
He'd be at the bottom of the list, wouldn't he? He's not even an actor.
Probably.
Has he ever been in a film?
I have no idea. For him to be the front man, it's a very random choice in it, and he's not even an actor.
He's only been in, like, boxing films.
Right, which makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Just cast him as Superman out of nowhere. That does not make sense in the slightest.
Superman is not a boxer.
I'm sure you're hoping that that was the most random on this list.
I'm sure it's not, though.
It's not, because this pick, the producer of the film, was gonna cast his wife's dentist as the part. Don Voight was almost cast as the part.
Did he even meet his wife's dentist?
I don't know, he was probably banging her, wasn't he? Like, let's be honest here. What? Who was like, oh, bloody hell, I need a checkup. How can I get a free checkup out of this bloke? Let's just cast him as Superman. I have no idea what this guy looks like, but I can't imagine a dentist would be good as Superman.
Unless he's also like an actor that's been in loads of great films, but I feel like he hasn't.
It's just like any ordinary person. At
Like
this point,
Jake.
it doesn't matter.
Like Jake, imagine your dad as Superman. Just let that
Just
sink
imagine
in.
that.
Jake's dad's not even a dentist. He's just a guy. The next two are really bad. The second one is the reason I wanted to make this list. I want to hear you guys' reactions to this one. But the first one is they wanted to cast Neil Diamond as Superman. I don't know why.
Singer Neil Diamond.
The singer Neil Diamond. But what have I told you? The other casting was singer Elton John. They wanted
John.
Elton John as Superman.
They did not.
They did. This is real. They considered Elton John for the part of Superman.
This when he was bald.
Bald or not, imagine that man as Superman. Who wanted this? Who asked for this? No one.
Do you imagine, like, if DC was still massive and Elton John was still fucking Superman?
That'd be so
be
bad.
awful.
It's like, it's not even like a wacky character that they wanted to cast him in. Shazam would have been better, but no, the big man.
Such a serious casting, and you're thinking about casting Elton John for the part. Like, come on.
Imagine Superman's clothes, but like Elton John style, like feathers and sequins
Oh,
everywhere.
oh, that is terrible. Another guy they considered, which is a more reasonable one, but still to me is quite strange. Dustin Hoffman. What? Why? The next one, I really like this guy. Burt Reynolds. Great guy,
Okay.
great actor, but he's more of a gritty kind of cowboy guy. He doesn't scream Superman to me.
It's another that's not bad, but it's not great.
Yeah, it's not even good.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can kind of see it more than some of the others, but I don't know. Like you said, he doesn't work really.
No,
I can
not
see it
all.
in his looks, but again,
Yeah.
like you said, it's more gritty.
Yeah, definitely. Now, this one, I can't even say this one with a straight face. I don't even know anything about him. It's just because of Rick and Morty. Jen Michael Vincent was considered for the role. I can't think of that name without thinking about us needing a Jen Michael Vincent in several different quadrants at a time, alright? Like, where's he going to go? This one is the last of the older films. This is for a Tim Burton Superman film. He considered Nicolas Cage. I can't take Nicolas Cage seriously. I didn't even realise he was a serious actor until recently, and it blew my mind. I can see why he was considered, because he was a pretty big actor.
Yeah.
But the fact that Tim Burton desperately wanted him as Superman is just strange. Like, Tim Burton's Batman had some really good casting, like Danny DeVito, Jim Carrey, and he wanted to cast Nicolas Cage as Superman.
It don't work,
That's
does
terrible.
We saw how he handled Ghost Rider and Ghost Rider 2.
Can't believe you've never seen Ghost Rider 2.
I didn't. Oh man, I'm never going to watch Ghost Rider 2.
It's worth it to talk about how bad it is.
Oh, imagine what it'd be like seeing him as Superman.
That's a very good
A
point.
very good point. These are the newer ones on the list. We've got a few more to go through, and these ones aren't as bad because, you know, they're newer and some of them suit the character a bit more, but still, I don't like them. I've just wrote on my notes, I hate this guy about Ben Affleck. They wanted Ben Affleck as Superman, and I quite like the Daredevil film. But he does not like the Daredevil film, and he even said he was never going to act in a superhero role again because it was embarrassing and he hated it. Imagine being embarrassed in the Daredevil costume and then you're wearing underpants on the wrong side. Is he really going to put his heart and soul into it? No. Just like we saw in Justice League.
Yeah.
He does not suit superhero roles, and he butchers them because he doesn't want to do them. And the fact that he was almost cast as Superman of all heroes is just weird to me.
Yeah, that's awful. I really, really don't like that. I don't think he could act the part. I mean, yeah, obviously he's a massive actor and he could do it, but as you say, he probably won't be bothered.
Well, obviously not, because he was Batman and now he's quit. So that's how that went.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything bad about this one. Paul Walker was considered. I just think that's a bit random. Superman is pure, he's strong, he knows what he stands for. He just wants justice. You know, he's like Captain America times 100. Whereas Paul Walker, he just doesn't portray those kind of characters, does he?
I think also Superman Superman has like a kind of definite look with black hair and all that, and I don't think Paul Walker could pull it off.
Following on from you talking about Superman's look and how you have to sort of fit that look, when they're searching for a Superman casting, they make sure he's the perfect height. So God knows how they got Elton John and like, you know, Sylvester Stallone and Nicolas Cage. How do you get that array of people?
It just doesn't fit at all.
Brendan Fraser, who's known for playing the main guy in the Mummy films, he was considered, and I also think that is very strange. If he had a wig on, maybe he could have looked the part, but he's just, again, he's more of like an earthy adventurer kind of guy, and Superman is not like that at all.
The reason he was considered is because of how big of an actor he was at one point. Obviously, you want that in your
Films.
yeah, obviously
Movies,
you want that in
DVDs, box sets, VHS tapes.
Yeah, whatever. Just carry on.
Next one, you probably should have expected this because people want him everywhere. They want him as Adam Warlock. They want him as Human Torch. Any guesses who's next on the list?
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. Troy from High School Musical as Superman. What is people's obsessions with him? It's like he's a kind of big actor at the minute and everyone's like, just get him everywhere.
Is in shape as well. That's like probably one of the main factors.
It probably is, but they don't need him to be Superman, you know. There's so many people that could probably play Superman out there who are unknown actors, like very small, and they're like, yeah, let's get Zac Efron involved.
He's not that great of an actor either. I think he's better in comedies like Bad Neighbours, really.
I thought he did really well in Bad Neighbours, but as you said, you can't see that turning into Superman.
Yeah, and he's not a flexible actor, is he? He only got famous because of High School Musical, and he slags it off now anyway, so it just sort of shows what kind of guy he is. I don't think that kind of person could play the Man of Steel. Next one is Will Smith. He was offered the part, but he didn't want to play Superman because of the race difference, and he said something like he didn't want to get up in white people's shit. He didn't want to replace a white character because he knew what controversy it could play, and I think he was in a film where he sort of did that kind of thing and people hated it, so he wasn't willing to take that risk. Obviously, he was in Hancock, and I don't really remember that film. Was that film good? Was that film bad?
I think it was meh, you know. It was
Yeah.
alright.
Obviously, he's better in like comedy kind of film.
A lot of the people they wanted to cast were known for comedies, and they didn't know what they were doing, obviously.
Just big actors that they've tried to throw into roles.
They didn't have a clue, did they?
Maybe Will Smith could have done it. He was amazing as Deadshot in Suicide Squad. I thought he did great in that, but I can see why he didn't want to take the part. And it's probably a good thing that he didn't take the part because Will Smith's Superman might not have been great, but he is in the DCU now, which doesn't mean anything because that's fallen apart and I'm pretty sure everyone's left it now. But at least he got something in the end.
Yeah, he was there for a bit.
You'll be happy to know the list is about to end. We've got one pick left, and this isn't that bad. Joe Manganiello, he really wanted to take this part, but he was too busy. I'd much prefer to see him as Hercules in the MCU.
That could work, actually.
He is hench, though. He is a big guy. He's proper hench. And possibly even too big for Superman. Like, Superman's muscly, but he's not, like, massive, is he? Whereas Joe is Hercules size.
He's huge.
He's huge. He's huge. He kind of has the look, you know, he kind of has the face and the hair, but I think he was competing against Henry Cavill for it. I'm very happy Cavill got it instead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Cavill is
definitely.
perfect.
Yeah, he is perfect.
Well.
And Joe is a great actor, but I just don't think he suits it. Maybe he doesn't deserve to be on this list, you know, next to people like somebody's dentist. Elton John, yeah. Man, Elton John's going to hate us if he ever sees this.
Somebody's fucking dentist.
That's the kind of list that I had to write today, people. As always, thank you guys for watching this video, and we hope you did enjoy. You can always like the video if you did, and subscribe for more of our content. A comment is always appreciated as it really helps the channel, and we hope to see you again on The Facts with JJJ.